Hey world, welcome to my universe. Are you ready for your brain to explode? To question the very nature of our existence? For an all-out infogasm that will leave you exhilarated, breathless, and begging for more? If so, then prepare to be punched in the face by the fists of knowledge, because it's time for
things that blow Dan's mind.
The simulation hypothesis. Through billions of years of evolution, life on Earth has transformed from proteins to single-celled organisms to mammals, all the way to strange creatures known as humans. Now, you and I are examples of these human creatures, and it is in our evolutionary best interest to be smart. Because of our natural evolutionary desires to be smart and to understand things over the course of our species' existence, we have developed technology. Now, by today's standards, the first man-made technologies were ridiculously simplistic and technological advances were few and far between. But as time went on and technologies were gradually developed, each new bit of technology allowed the next technological step forward to happen sooner than the last. Fast forward a few thousand years and we've got computers, we've got the internet, we've got technologies being developed at an incredible clip with no signs of slowing down. Indeed, computers are increasing in power at such a ridiculously fast exponential rate that to try and think of what they might be capable of even just 50 years from now is damned near impossible. Let us, however, speculate a little bit. We already have computer simulations of all sorts of different things. Engineers can simulate the physics of their designs. Scientists can simulate extreme experimental conditions. Gamers can simulate complicated and beautiful fantasy worlds. As we continue to improve these simulations, who's to say that someday, be it as few as 50 or as many as 50,000 years from now, we won't be able to simulate something as complicated as the entire known universe. Now who knows, maybe for reasons we haven't discovered yet there is an upper limit to our computing potential and we'll never be able to simulate hyper-complicated things. But as we understand computing today, there's no reason that simulating the entire universe couldn't someday be possible. Now here's where things get really weird. If it's ever going to be possible for us to create hyper-complicated simulations with beings inside who can think for themselves and have no idea that their reality isn't really real, then who's to say that we aren't already in one? What if some society reached a technological point where they could simulate something as complex as the universe, and so they did, and that universe is where we live? Now what if their universe was simulated, and the universe that simulated their universe was simulated, and the universe that simulated that universe was simulated, and so on, literally, to the infinite? Once you reach this point in thought, science and religion and philosophy all melt together and nothing makes sense. My brain is melting. I honestly think that my brain is melting. But right, okay, let me just boil all of this down to the simplest form possible. If it is not possible for things as complicated as the entire known universe to be simulated, then reality as we experience it is almost certainly real. If it is, however, possible to simulate entire universes, then reality as we experience it is almost certainly a simulation. Ladies and gentlemen, the simulation hypothesis is something that totally blows my mind. For further info, check out the links in the doobly-doo, and until next time, I am Dan Brown, and I am out.
If you like what you just saw, if Dan put you in a state of awe, subscribe to him and click the orange button. It really means something. If you do that, that'd be really cool.